top on, and then she goes to put the earrings on, like she's gonna, and then she sees the hearing aid box and she picks that up.
Yeah.
And then that's when she's going to reveal it. Yeah, that's fine. So, Just a Girl is a film about a girl that's losing her hearing, ex-karate champion, and she moves to a rural village and she meets Massimo at a local karate class, and it's about her journey to acceptance, I guess, with a hearing loss. And Massimo changes things up a bit and changes her perception, and we follow a girl that's going through something that she can't really handle right now, and Massimo kind of teaches her and other people around her the karate, how that life can be different, and that's cool, and how we deal with it and move on.
Let me see if we can kind of get you in the mirror first then.
Yeah, let's do that shot.
We'll try and get the mirror bit, and then it's all like the close-ups then of like...
Yeah, and like pictures and different things. This one, put that down.
Amazing what a bit of spray paint does.
It's just spray paint.
What am I on? 35. Right, I'm going to go 28 because I just want to see the top of the table and your head. Yeah, if you're just below the table line, you'll be alright.
As a small child, about 3 years old, I was having hearing difficulties. It was noticed when I was at nursery. I wasn't communicating. My language was my language development wasn't very good. And I was taken to an audiologist and had an operation. And it did recover my hearing, but what it left me with is tonal hearing loss, which has always been so hard to kind of describe to people because I sing. I've always been quite bright and academic, and I just hid it for so long. Like loads of my friends, even when I started making the film, some of my childhood friends had no idea that I had these hearing difficulties because I just don't tell people about it. And it wasn't until my friend Rachel, who wears cochlear implants, we were talking about how people look at her cochlear implants and things like that. And she kind of made it okay to talk about this subject. I don't think I would have probably opened up to anyone. I've had boyfriends and not told them and things like that. And I think it was because she said, do you know what, like there's loads of people that deal with this, and I think maybe we should talk about it more and more openly. So that's where the inspiration came from, and that's where I decided, yeah, I've got to make this film now. Right now we're shooting a scene where Rachel's in her bedroom getting ready for the date with Mass. We added it in after we did a couple of days, and then we looked at the edit and we were like, we need a little bit more storyline, seeing the girl on her own and how it is when you're in your bedroom. So we've added this scene in, so she's getting ready and she basically picks, instead of wearing big hoop earrings, she picks to wear a hearing aid instead. And basically talking about the choices you make when you're losing your hearing. So yeah, that's what you see. And you see a girl in her bedroom and what it actually is like to get ready for a date. So that's what we're doing right now. I play Rachel, the girl that is losing her hearing. And at first I was going to cast someone else, but there were two elements. The fact that someone who had experienced the situations, every scene that I've written, I've been in. So I thought maybe it probably does need to be me that plays that because I know them so well. And also the martial arts element. I've done martial arts all my life, and I wanted to talk about a club that I was part of and that the ethos of Kaz and Kai. So I think I had to kind of be it. Do you know what I mean? I did look at other people and I looked at showreels and I looked at auditioning people, but I came down to it and I thought, no, I've got to play this part. I've got to do this also for me, because this was something I hid for so long. So if someone kind of played that part, I don't think it would have worked as well. Then all we need to do is basically I think we should do the same there. One with the gi walking down, one without, so we've got option.
From you walking up to the camera.
You've got your label sticking out the back, Claudia. Your trousers.
Walking away. I think.
Oh, so
all
yeah,
of these
you
away because we've got a massive close up at the end, so we don't need to see too much face. So just down that corridor there.
Yeah.
So I had a car accident about a year and a half ago, and I've written at school and things like that, but I went to dance college. I was going to be a dancer. I wanted to be in front of the screen, no interest in being behind the screen or anything. And then I had a car accident and my whole arm was pinned and cast, and I couldn't do anything, couldn't go to the gym, couldn't train in martial arts, which was kind of my way of relief, like releasing everything. So I sat down at my computer and literally just wrote my feelings onto a page and wrote everything I was feeling, and Just a Girl was born from that. So it's taken about a year and a half And then I just came to a point where my acting career was going okay, but I found myself directing a lot of time, like saying how I wanted shots. Because I didn't go to film school, so I was also worried because I didn't go to film school, no one would want to make a film with me. And I was like a 23-year-old girl from Essex, like who's going to make a film with me? No experience. But I did have experience because of being on set. So yeah, I kind of was hesitant, I guess, again, about making the film because I just thought no one would back a story about a girl that's losing her hearing and also someone that had never made a film before. So we're doing, this is again an extra scene, so she's, it's before the fight. She's sitting by the seawall contemplating whether she's going to go and fight or she's just going to go back home. And in the end, she makes her decision and she's going to go to the competition. But it was important, it was by the sea because the sea has like been a major part of my life. I've come every year to barbecues in the summer and things like that, and also just like the fact that it's peaceful and relaxing and you look out to the horizon and you never know what might be. So that's the idea, yeah. I always look down. Yeah. Also thought maybe when we're down there, just get one of my face moving back. So if he needs that performance of the face.
Yeah. And action.
So there's a feature for this as well called The Victress, that's its working title at the moment. And it looks at, basically Rachel gets scouted by the UK's first female fight promoter. And it looks at marrying martial arts and boxing together and looks at youth violence because at the moment the rates of youth violence and knife crime in this country and young people is just through the roof. And I believe that through positive prevention like martial arts, boxing, those clubs teach you discipline and respect and also self-respect because essentially it's about being able to belong. And in Just a Girl, actually, it looks at that. There's Tyler's part, CJ, the sensei, talks about anger and how we channel it. And I think it's really important to understand that because it's naive of us to think that we're never going to be angry. Violence has existed for hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, people went to gladiatorial and watched people kill each other. And essentially, it's the same thing. And I think people think it's a new thing, this youth violence and stabbings, and it's not. We're just more aware because of social media and media. Because if you show on film, sometimes it may make one person change their mind. And I thought in Just a Girl they do. There's a bit where Ty speaks, and I remember Dad, the first AD, Michael, saying to him, "You never know. This one speech in this film might change one person's life. Might say, do you know what? I'm going to put that knife down. I'm going to not go hang out with those people. I'm going to go and learn martial arts." And again, it's like with the hearing loss, if it just touches one person and says, you know, it's okay to be deaf, don't worry about it, we're all struggling, we'll get through this. That's really why I made the film, just to reach out to an audience and say it's okay to be not okay.